Hello everyone and welcome to MERI Daily Space Bulletin, bringing you closer to the stars, galaxies and mysteries of the universe. NASA targets early September for Roman Space Telescope launch. NASA's Dragonfly Rotorcraft gets decked out tested. NASA tech could creative IV fluid in space. Today is Thursday or Guruvar. It honors Brihaspati, Jupiter's deity, guru of the gods, symbolizing wisdom and prosperity. It's also linked to Vishnu, the preserver, for rituals like fasting and yellow attire. Before moving ahead, here's our space thought. The universe is under no obligation to make sense to you. Let's start with the space news. NASA targets early September for Roman Space Telescope launch. NASA's Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope team now is targeting as soon as early September 2006 for launch, ahead at the agency's commitment to flight no later than May 2027. Roman's accelerated development is a true success story of what we can achieve when public investment, institutional expertise, and private enterprise come together to take on the near impossible missions that change the world, said NASA's administrator Jared Isaacman, who announced the update to a news conference on April 21 at the agency's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. NASA's Dragonfly Rotorcraft gets decked out tested. NASA's Dragonfly Rotorcraft is beginning to take shape, literally with the delivery of the panels that make up Rotorcraft lander's body, built from ultra-lightweight honeycomb panels designed at the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory (APL) in Laurel, Maryland, and manufactured by Lockheed Martin Space in Denver. The primary structure is specially designed for the challenges of flight on Saturn's largest moon, Titan. Each panel uses aluminum face sheets only 0.01 inches thick, much thinner than typically used on spacecraft, to meet the strict mass limits required for powered flight through Titan's atmosphere. But while the entire frame weighs just 230 pounds, it's also durable. The structure is remarkably light and yet strong enough to withstand the intense forces of launch and entry into Titan's atmosphere, said Gordon Mahas, the Dragonfly mechanical system engineer for APL. We have never built anything like that. NASA tech could creative IV fluid in space on every crewed mission. NASA packs pouches of a potentially life-saving liquid in its cargo, known as 1,4 or intravenous fluid. A simple mix of sodium chloride and purified water, it can treat up to 30% of medical conditions in flight, resolving things like dehydration, burns, and more. Crewed mission beyond low Earth orbit into deep space could last up to 3 and require 1,4 fluid for crew health. However, current 1,4 fluid shelf life is limited to 16 months to avoid complication of stocking a perishable supply of pre-packed 1,4 fluid. Expert as NASA's Glenn Research Center in Cleveland have created a technology that can transform water into 1,4 fluid on demand. They now are preparing to test latest lightweight version of the system aboard the International Space Station. With this, I, Yaana Taank, conclude today's space news. Stay updated for the latest updates.